This is more about living in the time of the coronavirus epidemic. Unrest, meaning the natives are restless, i.e. civil disobedience. Okay, I get it. Unrest. Here's a question. Was the trumpet made for kids? That's a tough call, but we don't have to worry about that now. We now have the Pander Man, and let me tell you, not since Mr. Rogers have we had a public figure who was made for kids more than he is. The Pander Man is going to address the nation in about half an hour concerning the coronavirus. The president of the Pfizer drug company said this morning that they have a vaccine that is proven to be 90% effective against the virus. He called it the most important medical discovery in the last 100 years. He said that it might be available for those who need it the most by the end of the year. The stock market has responded to this with a sharp rise. Do people know what they're talking about? In one of his books on screenwriting, William Goldman said, over and over, no one knows anything. He wrote this in bold script with capital letters so that no one would miss it. No one knows anything. He was speaking about making movies in Hollywood, but I think it applies to all of life, and boy, especially to politics. We watched a football game last night. Before the start of the game, the crew of announcers, former coaches and star players, made their picks. All of them, 6 or 8 of them, picked Team A for various reasons. Team A, a lock. It was unanimous by guys who would know. The score at halftime was 31-0, with Team B ahead. The final score was 38-3. No one knows anything. That, I think, is something you can take to the bank. Also, beware of those who act like they know. I think the whole world is filled with people who claim to know something. Usually, or primarily, what they know is what is good for them. Beware of people who act like they know. It is looking like the announcement for a vaccine for the virus was accurate, not a boast, a prediction, or a model, but a proven and researched fact. Some say sooner, but most doctors think it will be available by January in millions of doses. One doctor said that if 50 to 70% of the people could be vaccinated, the numbers for the virus would quickly dwindle to insignificance. This is the first real hope since all of this began, and it seems to be real, not fake or hype. That said, the virus numbers continue to rise, each day a new record. The Joker isn't finished yet. The field mouse is going to make a speech tomorrow. Can't imagine what he would have to say that he hasn't said already too many times. A couple of big suburban schools have surrendered and gone to remote. My entire state now must be purple. Like the cavalry in some movies, that vaccine may be arriving just in the nick of time. I was talking about how life goes on and things pass. Bad as they may seem, things pass. This virus will pass. The election passed. The wildfires and hurricanes, even the opioid crisis. One thing that will not pass is the national debt. This is going to crush us. The virus is causing it to rise sharply, and it will crush us. I heard today that the debt increased by $7 trillion under the trumpet, and the Panderman's 4-year plan calls for 11 trillion added to the debt. Mind you, the debt itself, as it stands, is enough to ruin us. But these latest add-ons are unspeakable, betraying every single person in the nation, ruining us all. And for fun, you can throw in all the states' debt, the cities, and then the individual debts of all the citizens. Democracy. We is in debt. And our money is worthless. And that will not pass. Sean Connery died. Alex Trebek died. Charlie Daniels died. And before that, Tom Petty and Prince died. Prince made me sad when I heard he was dead. He was a little runt who found in music a much larger image of himself. I still see videos of him playing and singing, and I think it's a shame that he died so young. He was a fantastic showman and a true original, and we can never have enough of them. I love the bit he did on the George Harrison song at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. A classic performance. The field mouse said, "Things are terrible. We must all wear masks and host no parties. For us, that means we should not have dinner with our son tonight." We did. The Monday dinners are out, and we should cancel Thanksgiving and the weekend in the state park. All those plans scrapped. The brunch my partner wanted to have, gone. I say that the fact that the numbers are high means that they will have to be even higher no matter what we do. It's the math of contagion. That's how it works. It's an epidemic.